everybody. It's that time, sadly. All things come to an end at some point, and sometimes it's just time for a change, and now it's time for that change. Yep. No, I did not get robbed. It's time to get rid of these wheels. Maybe a sad day for some of you, but someone's coming to pick these bad boys up in the morning. As you can see, they are pretty dirty, to say the least. So ultimately, I was not quite ready to sell these, but the guy gave me what I wanted for them. I have ordered the new wheels. I'm not going to tell you guys what they are quite yet, but look for that in one of the next upcoming videos. So I guess until then, we need to do some Subaru content, right? So I haven't really done a cold start with the Subaru in quite a few videos, so without further ado, cold start. So what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Skyline Dude YouTube channel. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to help support the channel. I really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to hit that like button. Now guys, in today's car talk video, I want to talk about a specific topic, mainly just regarding Subarus in general, and that is if you should buy your Subaru new or if you should buy a slightly used one, and what is the better option in the long run. Now, this may seem like a kind of straightforward topic, however, with Subarus, it's different than really most other cars. There's a lot of different points that you can make regarding buying a new or a used car, but with Subarus, it is slightly different. Now, I'm not going to be going over leases in this video. I can make a separate one on that if you would like, but we're just going to be going over new or used purchasing of a Subaru WRX or STI. Without further ado, let's talk about it. In the market for a new Subaru, you go into dealers, you're looking at what the new inventory they have, and you're also, scrolling through online and seeing the prices of some maybe new used Subarus, say, maybe a couple years old with a couple thousand miles on them, or even, maybe 20 or 30,000 miles on them. With Subarus, what you tend to notice is that the used ones don't necessarily go for that much less than a brand new one. Now, in my personal scenario, when I bought this car in 2013, I purchased this car new, and I will tell you why. You see, when I was looking for my Subaru, I intended to buy a used one to kind of eliminate some of the depreciation that, typical used cars have. But I found when I was looking for a used one, they were honestly, the dealer markup, where they were only asking a couple $1,000s less than, say, an equivalently spec'd brand new one. And I just thought that was the silliest thing ever, because why should I spend, $2,000 less on a model that's a year old with 20,000 miles versus just purchasing a brand new car? Now, I was lucky enough in my scenario where I actually ordered this car directly from Subaru. Now, not all dealers probably will allow you to do that, but you never know. It doesn't hurt to ask around to see if you can order one directly from Subaru, because in my case, I was able to order this car way below MSRP just for ordering it directly from the factory. Not only that, but I also got all the specs that I wanted on this particular car. Now, obviously, this car is not new anymore, but it just worked out for me that way. So believe it or not, I only paid about $25,000 for this car brand new. And when I was looking, a lot of the other equivalent models were going for about $26,000 to $27,000, and they were used, which is just insane, but that's what Subarus are. They hold their value very well. So in this particular scenario, when you're looking for your Subaru, you kind of have to look at your own personal situation and justify that for yourself. Now, there are obviously many pros of buying your car brand new. You know that the car has never been beat on. It's probably in pristine condition as far as there's no dents, scratches. So if you're someone that's super anal about all that kind of stuff, a new car is obviously going to be the way to go for you. And it's never been modified, and obviously the car's history. And a lot of times that is kind of what leads people to buy new cars in the first place. Some of the other things that you also have to consider are things like financing. When you finance a new car, you will generally get a much better rate than financing a used car. So you have to do the math on that to find out where, yeah, you may be saving, $5,000 by purchasing a used one, but you have to add up all the financing. Not only that, but you have to add up, well, if this car has 20,000 miles on it and you only drive 10,000 miles a year, you have to look at what the car is going to be worth when you are ready to sell it. Typically, Subarus have a very good resale value, which is what leads me to believe that buying a new one is actually probably the better option versus typically buying used. There are another few things that you have to factor in. One being your geographic location. I'm initially from Chicago, and in Chicago the market for these is just insane. Now in Florida here, the market is still pretty good for the Subarus, but I would say that in Chicago, they tend to go for more, a little bit more anyway, used than they do down here in Florida. I'm sure mainly because of things like the snow and stuff like that, where the all-wheel drive is actually of use compared to down here where, let's face it, it's hot. The other thing to consider is the length of time you plan on keeping your car. Now, if you're someone who likes to just, flip cars every couple of years, then buying a used one is probably still the way to go, even with the Subaru's depreciation, because, it's just not going to make up for it in that short of time frame. However, if you're someone who keeps your car for a long time, like I've had this one now for about 5 years, then buying new is probably not a bad idea, especially if you really don't drive all that much, say about the average, 10,000 miles a year or so. You can keep a car like this and then sell it with only about, 50, 60,000 miles on it and get a pretty good trade-in, or even get a pretty good price private party, and it's overall not that bad. So as we're talking, this guy, I'm kind of just back here in this parking lot, this random guy just walked and went through the woods. That's not weird. The other thing I also want to mention is don't let these Subaru dealers beat you up on price. I remember when I was looking for this, and I'm sure things haven't really changed, as a lot of dealers do not want to go below MSRP because they say these cars are hot. Guys, just remember, this is not a Lamborghini, this is not a Ferrari, these cars are not in short supply. If you're at a dealer and you're looking for one in a specific color or a specific model, don't let the dealer tell you that, these are really hot and someone else will pay MSRP. Sure, that may happen, guys, but you're not going to pay MSRP for these cars. Keep shopping around, keep looking. You can definitely find deals on these at the right dealerships. So yeah, just don't let dealers push you around. They tried to do that to me, and I kept shopping around. I had to go to probably 5 or 6 dealers before I found one that was actually willing to negotiate. But when I did find one that was willing to negotiate, I got the price I wanted, I got the car I wanted. So just keep that in mind when you're looking for these cars. So basically, in a nutshell, it's important to do your own research. Obviously, a lot of these factors depend on, your credit score, where you live, what model you're looking for. WRXs do differ from STIs in terms of resale value and, of course, starting base price. So it's just important that you do your own research, do the math, and basically you can even look online, see what models, with similar options you have are going for. And obviously, guys, just remember that mods do not add value to your car. A lot of people will try to sell these things on the secondary market with a bunch of mods on them, and they still think that mods increase the value of your car, but in reality they just don't. Honestly, for me, they would devalue the car unless it's something very simple, maybe an exhaust or maybe different wheels, something like that. But also factor that in, when you're planning on buying one of these. Also, everything I just said is pretty irrelevant when you're also looking for special edition models, such as the Type RA and stuff like that. Obviously, guys, dealers are not going to deal anything on those cars, and if you really want one, you're just going to have to pay for it. For me personally, I don't find those cars to be worth it. I guess if you're somewhat of a collector, but if you're really just going to daily drive it and use it like any other car, it's really nothing more than, to me anyway, wheels and a different wing and stuff like that. So it's just not worth the premium markup that they ask for those specific special edition models. But that's just my opinion, guys. So if you own one, don't blast me out in the comment section. Now, the last factor I want to talk about is indeed the warranty. Now, obviously, if you guys plan on modifying your car immediately, like most of us Subaru owners do, then most of you really don't care about the warranty. But I know there are some of you out there who do care about the warranty. And if you're someone that does, obviously buying, the new car has its advantages when it comes to that. A lot of people, though, are buying these cars, and let's face it, they're putting, new suspension, tuning it right from the factory. Kind of like I did. This car has been modified, I don't know, since about maybe 5,000 miles or so since I bought it new. So in my case, I didn't really care about the warranty, even though I did buy it new. But buying it used, obviously the warranty factor comes into play at that point. And the guy just came out of the woods. Not sure what he was doing back there, but let's do a quick take of him. Yeah, Well guys, I don't want this video to be too long. I'm not sure how long I've been rambling on, but basically do your own research, guys. We're gonna wrap this video up now. I don't want to ramble on all day. However, if I am missing something, don't forget to leave me a comment in the comment section below, or maybe your personal experience or where to find the deals on the best Subarus in your specific area. Creepy. Well guys, that's all I have for now. I'm sure I'm missing something, and I'll probably think of it later. If I am missing something, go ahead and put a comment in the comment section below. You know, let me know your guys' experience with this as well, if it's kind of been the same. And yeah guys, that is pretty much gonna do it for this video. Like I said, if you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you guys on the next video. Peace. So guys, a little bonus footage for you, but I just broke my GoPro. After all this time, keeping it in the case and whatever, it literally fell 3 inches, and I managed to crack the lens. I don't know how, if you guys can even see that. It's literally, there you go, can you see it? A little speck right in the middle. Well, looks like it's time for a new GoPro.